So please welcome to the stage, Moroney.
Hi everyone, I am extremely nervous. I'm conquering right now my absolute biggest fear, which is public speaking. And when I started this business, I actually thought I'm never going to be an NMD because I do not want to speak in front of hundreds or thousands of people. So I just hid back, and then I got caught out. It was late last year that I made a decision that it was time to play full out. And I'm going to share a little bit about my journey during today and also teach you some really cool steps on how to actually implement manifestation into your life, because it's not woo. It's not just think what you want and it will come to you. It is basically goal setting on steroids is kind of how I look at it. It is something that can ignite your soul in so many ways, where you embody this higher level version of yourself so that you can show up in the world as your 10 out of 10. So just to kind of share my story a little bit, I was a corporate lawyer, as Linda said. I was really good at my job. I was a senior lawyer in top firms in Sydney, but my soul was never lit up. I kept getting the promotions. I kept getting all the pay rises and all of those things that externally look amazing. But internally, there was always this void. I had the house, the partner, now 2.2 kids, basically. No, 2 kids. But there was just, I was empty. And I went through this big period of anxiety for, I would say, a year, extreme high-level anxiety. And it was that moment where my soul was speaking to me because I was just not on the right path. And I had to shift and I had to change. But I just had no clue how. I just did not know how to take the leap to change the entire roadmap that I'd set out for myself. I had been 10 years in law. I'd done working full-time while studying full-time. I was a go-getter, an overachiever, a type A, go, 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 go. And intuition was not something that you would have ever heard me talk about. I would have no clue what that means. Manifestation, I would have laughed. Network marketing, I would have totally laughed. But here I am today, and I have built a QNMD business based on spirituality and manifestation. That has been my secret to success, because for me to create something beautiful, something that I will wake up passionate to every day, something where I can impact lives of women and allow women to step into their truth, to step into their power, and become a co-creator of their dream life, you have to do that through touching your heart. You have to do that through touching your soul, and it cannot be logic. It can't be. So I want to take you on a little journey. Kimberly did an incredible presentation before, and I really resonated with so many parts of that, because when I shifted from where I was and that person I was then to the person that I am now, the world had to crash around me. Things had to break. Things couldn't remain the same. They had to shift and they had to move. And our business went under. I ended up having to renovate and sell our house with a 10-week-old baby. And the world it felt like it just cracked. I went through severe preeclampsia. I developed postpartum hypertension with the birth of my son. And my self-belief, my confidence, everything that I thought I wasn't. It was broken. And so, thank you. So to start again, I really had to go back to who I really was when I wasn't that person that everybody thought I was. One moment, my mouth is really dry. Even with Angie's tip about having chewing gum, secret tip. So I decided, during this whole process, I decided that the only way I could kind of figure out what it was that I really wanted was to run away from the world. And we ended up moving to 20 acres of land in the middle of nowhere with veggie patches, and I became very Mother Nature and really hid back from the world. But one thing I did have was a vision board. And this vision board had me as an IIN health coach. It had me, I had Melissa Ambrosini's website on it. I had lots of travel and health and wellness and working online. But that was kind of it. And I would just daydream about this vision board and this place that I was going to be going. And when I was in law, I had a similar thing, but again, had not been brave enough to take the step. But in this new zone, in this new place, in my hidden little world, somebody contacted me on Instagram. And it was like, I was like the easiest person ever to say yes. I didn't watch an event. I Googled the products, was like, it's fruits and vegetables. It's not that difficult. I actually checked out Angie's website and was like, well, she wouldn't be in a scam, so I'm sure it's fine. And I jumped on board that day. Jumped on board with all the products, got my Partner Plus done, and it was done. And then all of a sudden, without even realizing it, I had fallen into manifesting this dream life that I'd wanted. So with manifestation, it really is the process of bringing your thoughts and desires into your physical reality. And as I said before, it's this co-creation of your life, your 10 out of 10 version of your life. It was during this time, I'll share that bit in a sec. It was during this time of really going internal when I jumped on board with the business. You know how they say don't watch all the trainings in one go because you will get overwhelmed? I did. I watched every single training there was. I think I spent 100 hours plus watching it. And I actually, I'll be honest, was like, is this a cult? Because if it is, I really am into it. I really liked it. And, you know, friends and family thought I was totally quacky to leave this prestigious law job to become a Juice Plus sales distributor, as my mum so eloquently called it. But I had a bigger dream and I had a bigger vision. And during this process, I was like, really? You can't care what anyone thinks about you, right? It hurts. You want people to support you in the journey, but you can't live your life based on what other people think of you. So when it comes to manifestation, there's 4 key steps, and I have some information in your workbooks for you to actually implement your first manifestation if you haven't done it before. These are your thoughts. Your thoughts are so powerful, right? But you do not just get to think whatever it is that you want, and you therefore create your dream life. Because if we all take a look in our inner world, it is pretty crazy, right? Like, it's not all rainbows and sunshine. There's a lot of darkness that will often come with shifts and change. There is a lot of self-worth issues. There are doubts, and it is so normal for people. And I think what happens a lot of the time is we judge that negative part of our mind, right? We think, oh my gosh, I've had a bad thought, I've ruined everything. It's not the case. These thoughts are just thoughts, and our job is not to judge them, but to surrender to those thoughts that pass through our mind. But what you can do is reframe them, and you can choose again with your thought patterns. I will get into this deeper in a minute, but the next one is feelings. And again, this is kind of a big one because I feel like in our external world, in our world at the moment, most people feel very externally. We've learned to kind of trap off our emotions. And if you were working in corporate, like me, you had basically switched them all off. And so the idea of feeling your way through things, feeling your emotions, feeling the emotions that get set off from your thoughts is very scary and difficult. And when they're uncomfortable, we can often just kind of bottle them away. And I'll talk about that in a sec as well. And then there's also the action. This is where I say it's like goal setting on steroids. You have to take action with your goals. You have to do the thing, with your manifestation, you have to do the things to take you to the next level. You don't just get to be like, I'm going to live in that house. It's done. I'm going to be there. Or you don't just get to say, I'm going to be an SC in this business and I'm just going to trust. You have to take the actions. You have to do the things. The final part, and the part that I'm actually obsessed with, is faith. You have to believe, and you have to back yourself, and you have to drink lots of water. You have to have faith that exactly what you're asking for is going to happen for you, sorry. And that's where people get stuck. Coming back to today, I, in January, made a decision that it was time to play full out. I don't play to my full potential, and I know that I only play very, very small. And I would get often into management mode and do all the other things to look like I was doing stuff, but never really putting myself out to this next level self. In January, when I made that decision, I was like, okay, I'm going to go full out. I paid a really expensive coach to help me up level to this whole new level. I was doing Pilates every single day. I was being a complete freaking boss. I was so confident. And Linda called me on the 30th, and I was like, yep, done. I'll do it. And the next day, I just crashed and burned. I was like, again, all the self-sabotaging thoughts. I am not worthy. I'm not good enough. Who am I? I don't want to be seen. All of that kind of stuff. Now, when you go through that, when you go through those moments, that's normal. And what actually happens is a lot of people just go, okay, I can't do it. Because it's easy to believe that you can't do something. It is so easy to believe that. So which I'll share a little bit more, but in this process of me saying yes to this, I had to battle my internal demons for 2 weeks. And I haven't had to do that for many years. And it was tough. It was ridiculously tough until I learned to reframe it. And that process was that everything was happening for me. The universe is always rigged in my favor, always, right? Everything is happening for me. And to become the person that I want to be, this PMD plus, this person that plays all out, I have to do the hard things. I have to get uncomfortable. And life is going to throw you curveballs in that process. It's not going to make it easy because the people that are at the top of our pyramid scheme, jokes, it's not a pyramid scheme, the people that are up there have had to go through the exact same process as well. They have had to go through a rebirth. And I reframed all of this time and this moment and all of these, internal nightmare basically as a rebirth. I had to get rid of all of my old stuff to make way for the new. Little things would crop up, problem with the car, my special outfit I'd ordered for today got redirected at last minute, so it never arrived. My daughter is with me today, who is 1, because she was feeling very, very sooky. That is all the kind of stuff that could throw somebody off when manifesting what they want. But through trusting, through believing in ourselves and believing that the universe is rigged in our favor, with that, I know that she was supposed to be here today. My gorgeous friend Kylie, who told me she wasn't coming, showed up last minute. And she's like my Reiki healer, crystal infused woman that just helps me get into my feminine and get into my state. Everything unfolded exactly as it should. Everything. And so that is the manifestation equation. It is having unwavering belief in who you are and your abilities to create something so much more in this very, very short lifetime. Like, we get one shot. We get one shot. And something I often share with my team as they're coming through blocks and they're going through all of these different things in our business is that we all are in the exact same boat. We are all in this boat. And what we've created in our team is a sisterhood. It's a sisterhood where people can speak their truth and they can unmask themselves. There's no need for us to be somebody who we're not. And I think I remember Emma Marsh's speech at the last game plan about wanting to become an influencer, to be able to stand up on stage, which I just loved that speech. We often will try to emulate what those above us are doing, and we often try to become somebody who we're not in the process, and we are totally thrown out of alignment. We are not who we are, and we are still hiding ourselves. We are still hiding our truth from the rest of the world. And my most important thing in my business is to have my team be recognized for who they are and for them to do a business that is so authentically them and to understand and recognize that we all walk different paths in life. We all walk different paths. We have people that have the most extreme, horrific trauma that they have gone through in their life. So we might look at that person and be like, they're cold or they're heartless and make all of these judgments and assumptions about them. But we don't know their truth. And so everybody who walks into our door in our team and our business is cared about as a human being, and we work through limiting beliefs. It is a circle of trust, and it is a safe space. We even have moon circles that we do every month in our team. My pockets now are currently lined with crystals. I don't know who I am anymore. But this is the magic. This is the magic, right? And I'm going to own that I've got crystals in my pocket, right? Publicly. I'm going to own that. We all get to be authentically us, and there is no better vessel than this business to become who we truly are. This, above and beyond anything, has been the metamorphosis of who I was to who I truly am. And to pass that gift on to others is the most incredible, beautiful thing. On those late night end of months where you probably would rather sleep than, be hustling with your team, it's worth it because you're going to change their life. And I wanted to really share this with you all because in building this business, by allowing you to tap into who you truly are, to tap into your intuition, to learn the beautiful art of manifesting, which I said, goals on steroids, you're basically looking at yourself from your higher purpose, your higher self. It allows you to build a culture within your team where you get to call out people who aren't showing up for their dreams because you're also advocating and fighting for their dreams. Right? That's what you're there for. But if they don't want to do it, if they're not willing to go through the rebirth process, then that's on them. And you're always there shining your light and doing you. So I think I've kind of deviated from what I originally was going to talk about because I am just winging it. I think the really, really incredible thing about our business is we all get to be just us. We get to be individuals. We get to own our truth, own our power. And no, worst case scenario today when I was thinking about this presentation, no one's going to get up and boo me, I hope. No one is going to do that because we have a beautiful, supportive community. If I was talking in front of a corporate law group right now, with crystals in my pocket and my linen white dress with my sandals on, I would have been laughed at. Absolutely, and my new moon circles that we do every single month. But that's the beauty of this. You get to be you, right? And by using this manifestation equation, which, next slide. There. Thoughts, feelings, actions, and faith, by using that, you will transform your life. Absolutely transform your life. So in your workbook now, you have a worksheet basically that will allow you to create a custom affirmation and a custom manifestation. If you are new to manifesting and the idea of manifesting your dream beach house and your Lux Range Rover or whatever it is just seems way out of reach for you, do something really simple that feels comfortable. Not too comfortable, but it's a little bit of a stretch. Because if you feel like what you are asking for, you are nowhere near, you are going to sabotage. You won't get there because you will not feel like you're worthy, and you have to do that inner work that I was talking about in the process. You can even manifest car parks, PS, if anyone, it is amazing. And you'll be like, I'm getting a car park, it's there, I can feel it, I'm so excited. Jump out of my car and you're imagining all of this, and then boom, the perfect car park is there. So start off small. Do the little things and then build and build. So I think that's probably it. You are the co-creator of your life, right? Everything is your choice, everything is your decision, and it's tough. It's tough. Just remember that we're all going through the same shit. We have all got our internal demons. We have all got that. But the more of us that can get up and stand up and speak our truth, we empower and inspire others to do the same. And that is when we make a true, true difference in this world. So thank you, everybody.